Hello, everyone. Um, good, mor- Good morning to everyone in Canada and USA. Good evening and good. Thank you so much for everyone around the world to join us today. We have very special guest with us this morning from a very special place, but we will come to her soon. But first of all, I want to welcome everyone who's watching Angeena International talk show today. Anyone that's new with us today, I would humbly request you if you can please kindly like our like page. You'll be connected. You can watch the entire show, and as well as we have a lot of new shows coming up every week, so you can be watching all those with us as well. So first of all, today we have a very special guest, Dr. Raza Nagara from Tunisia, which is in, I believe, in North or South Africa. Is it? It's
It's from North Africa.
North Africa. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining us at Angeena International today. We're very honored to have you with us. And as well as I would like to introduce author Saida Sharmin, who is founder and president of Angeena International. Hello, Sharmin. And
Hello.
my name is, thanks. And my name is Nadia. I'm your host for today's show. So we will be having a lot of fun today. So anyone who's watching, please stay connected. Give us some feedback, comments, how you liking our shows, and also I know we have very tight timing as well. So we'll started with the today's program. So Dr. Reza Nagara, I know there's a when I tell the audience about you, the list can go on and on because you're very, you're a woman that you're like an idol to a lot of people. The work you do, the contribution you've done in the community or around the world, as well as you're a poet. So it's very I look up to you as well. And as well as Ida Sharman, she's running this organization internationally for over 25 years, and she's a poet as well. So I'm very humble and excited to talk with both of you and listen to your poetry recitation today as well. Dr. Raza Nagara, I would just like to ask you if you can kind of introduce yourself a little bit with the audience.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this opportunity that I am with you in Angeena International. I'm very honored that I am the special guest for today. I'm Raja Nagara. I'm from Tunisia, from north of Africa. My occupation is an English teacher. Then I am a poet. I'm also a social activist because I have many contributions in serving and helping people in my country. I'm a political also activist, and I'm a controller, a women controller on my political party. What else? I like culture very much. For this reason, I'm writing poems and I'm trying to advance the cultural activities in our country and with many friends from all over the world. That's it. I'm a married woman. I have three daughters, and I'm very happy with my life because I feel that I'm very active in many fields. Thank you. Yes, this
Thank
is
you,
for yeah.
thank you so much. Thank you. Um, so as you said that you're also a married person and you have children, and even then you're contributing so much to the society. So I know you also write poetry and you recite poetry. So what made you what inspires you into poetry?
It's something that is started with me when I was 12 years old. I like poetry. I like literature. For I am studying in literature at University of Literature. So
Oh,
I like reading books. I like listening to poems. I like listening to voices who recite poems with very deep feelings. For this reason, I feel that I have this inspiration of writing a poem, and I all the time concentrate on things like which contribute or which give life to the nature, life to the person, to the women, to the man, to every body and everything in this universe. So I feel that it is my way to write poems, and poems they are related to love, related to my country situations, all the what happening in the world. So I feel that the writing is very important in order to send messages to people and to make them understand what is happening. And you know that the poet all the time have this extra feeling and extra I mean, big thing. He has this big thing that nobody, ordinary people, cannot have. Poets are much more inspired and much more related, for example, to nature. They have their own vision to nature, to people, to what's happening in the world. For this reason, I feel that writing poems is very inspired to me. It's my like the thing that I love much, and much more than any other else.
It is very good. Actually, do you have any memories for when you start from like the first time? Do you have any memories, sweet memories when you start?
First time when I was I said I was 12. I wrote when I start. Yes, there are sweet memories. Yes, there were sweet memories. I remember that the first time that I write, the first time I wrote a poem was when I feel the bad situation about Palestine people. You know that Palestine was in war and is still in war, and I feel this situation of Palestinian people. So I sent my poem when I was a child to Tunisian radio, and they recite my poem, and all the people listen to it. I feel that I am I don't know, I achieved something special in my life when I was 12. Well, as if I'm writing, or I finding my way in writing poems.
right. Because poetry has, it's a great way to express your feelings. It's a great way to connect as well. And I know, Ms. Charmin, you've published several books, and this
Yes.
year you've published another book of yours called Frozen Pain. And you've also written some poetry about Palestine. So because I know you both are social activists, and you both want the peace, and you care about children and all these things going around the world. Of course,
Yeah.
it is very sad to hear the news, or when we see our surrounding what happening. So thank you so much to both of you for contributing your time and effort to acknowledge and bring this awareness into society. I know we know what's going on, but it's really nice to hear these poetries or this literature, and we can learn from this also, right? So, can we hear a poetry recitation from
From
Dr.
Raja.
Raza? Yeah, and then I'll come to Miss Charmin as well.
Raja,
Dr. Raza,
uh,
can we hear a poetry recitation from you?
we want to
Uh,
hear Arabic and we want to hear
okay, I will.
English
Yeah.
also.
Yes.
So we can go mute.
Okay, I will recite my. Do you want me to recite a
Sure.
poem?
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't hear you clearly.
Is this clear? Can you hear? Can you
I
hear us now?
yeah,
Yeah.
Dr.
Okay.
Nadia.
Okay. Okay. Can we would like to request to you if you can please kindly recite a poetry.
Okay, I will recite an Arabic poem which I
Sure.
wrote to my mom. To my
Okay.
mom,
Okay.
Thank.
okay?
Sure.
Okay. سأكتب لك يا عصفورة المدائن، ممتن لك الزمان يا امرأة طوقت وجه النهار، أكاليل نبض يعشق معنى الوجود. عصفورة المدائن أنتِ، وأنتِ الربيع في عرانس الضياء كلما حللتِ. في أروقة الأعياد تنشد في مقلتيك أنشودة طفل وديع، وأنتِ الربيع في كف الربيع، أنتِ من ينشدك الطير كل صباح، عزفا منفردا يتواتر على ألسنة الورود كلما تفتحت، أنتِ من يتوج الربيع بك عطر الياسمين، وأنتِ الربيع في كف الربيع، أنتِ جوهر الحياة وهتافات الحرية، أنتِ النبض الساكن في معزوفة الكون، وأنتِ الصدى تحلق بين ثناياه حمائم الغروب، يا زهرة المدائن ولحن القوافي وربيع التلاقي وأنشودة العناق، أنتِ الربيع في كف الربيع. So this is a poem that wrote to my mom, and she was very happy
Very
about
great.
it.
Very
Okay,
nice.
thank you.
You know, it's that's what I was saying
English.
earlier, that you may not sometimes understand the language, but you can feel. So poetry, it's like you
Yeah,
you can also feel the emotion to it, and when you were reciting
that's
it,
it.
it felt you can feel that you put some emotion to it, especially writing it for your mom. So there's more extra love to it. So thank you so
Yeah.
much, Dr. Raza. Ms. Charmin, I would like to request to you if you can also please recite a poetry for us.
Okay. Well, I
Okay,
can. Yeah.
I
I
can
will.
read an English one. So
Sure,
I will read an English poem.
sure.
Lost. It is
We'll
Yeah.
give
called
one
Yeah.
to
Lost.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
It is short poem, but I feel I am trying to write in English because the majority of my poems are in Arabic. Okay?
No problem.
Lost. Remembering the last meeting with our lonely star, the star of love. I'm wondering, where is the moon, the night? Where is my soul? The reason of being in every corner. I see your face. Your eyes are driving. Lost. You promised my heart to stay with me. You promised me to stay with me.
That's
It is
very
the
nice.
love that makes it everlasting. The days are dark. The flies are sad. The sky is crying. Even the flowers forget about greeting. Lost. Remembering the last meeting. This is my short poem. Okay?
It was so nice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
sharing the poetry with us. I know we have a lot of comments here right now. Um, I will I will just read some of the comments here. Um, we have Rahad Hassan. He said, "Ba." That means like excellent in Bengali. Afrin Hawk, excellent show. Thank you so much. She also wrote, loving the program. Then we have Sheila Moni. Um, Shagatam, so she's welcoming. Um, Neil also welcomed us as well, and you especially, Dr. Reza. They are our continuous people who are always with us. They're part of Angeena as well, so Angeena International. So they're always here watching and supporting all our shows. So thank you so much. Anis Khan, best wishes. Thank you. Anis Khan, excellent hosting. Thank you so much. Rukia Khanam, best wishes. Thank you so much. Then we have Neil watching, best wishes. Sophia Rahman, so sweet. Sophia Rahman, best wishes, Angina International. Thank you so much, Sophia Rahman. Um, Sophia Rahman, I love watching Sharmin Appa's show. Thank you so much. Again, I'm just going to repeat anyone who's just watching the show with us for the first time today, please join our like page. We will be doing a lot more other shows. Every week we have some interesting shows and we bring in intellectual people to our program, just like we have someone special today across the world. So thank you so much. Then Sheila Moni commented again, very nice. Neil commented again, best wishes for Angina International, proud of you, Ruma, referring to Charmaine. Shilamoni, getting inspired from you, Dr. Nagara. That's so sweet. So you're a real, like I said earlier, you're a very inspiring person, right? So even through our show, people are enjoying listening to you. Sophia said, "Wow, beautiful Arabic poetry. Thank you so much. I know I was just listening to your poetry. I wish it would just continues and go on."
You feel that.
Yeah. Nisha Ahmed, wonderful Dr. Raza, loved your poetry. Thank you so much. Sheila Moni said, wonderful to your poetry recitation. Anis Khan, Dr. Raza, great recitation. Then Neil also said, nice hosting, Nadia. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Neil Nanu. Anis Khan, Sharmin Appa, please recite balcony poem. So that's for Sharmin. So balcony is poetry in Bengali that Sharmin had written because in Canada most of our houses we don't have balcony, and as you know, in back home, balcony is a big part of everyone's life. Actually, there's so much stories on balcony or so. So when Sharmin was here, Miss Sharmin, why don't you kind of explain to us about your balcony poem?
What do you
Actually,
say? The question. The question.
balcony.
Yeah,
Embargo.
Sharmin. Yeah, so Miss Charmin, she wrote poetry which she's famous for. It's called Balcony. So it's basically the poetry saying that she does like because in back home, she used to enjoy in the
আসল
balcony
কথা
and so on. But in Canada, there's no balcony here. So she just wrote and there's a lot more meaning to it. So Miss Charmin, why don't you kind of explain to us?
Yeah, actually, I miss my balcony so so much. So we when we grow up, always even though the older people also they sit down the balcony, they are talking. They can see so many things. They can like knitting. They can do so many things. And we can write down a poem. So I miss my balcony here so much. So one night, I was so was like sad about the balcony. So I wrote the poem. It was like midnight. So after that, everybody loved the poem, and it was 2009. The book was published. Josnai Camouflage. So I put the balcony poem also over there. So after that, it was really famous. So I can recite the poem now if you want.
Please, yes, please.
I think Anis can okay.
Yes, requested by Anis Khan.
আমার কোনো ব্যালকনি নেই, তাই আমি আকাশ দেখি জানালা দিয়েই, জানালায় আরো নিবিড় হই, যেমন করে প্রচ্ছায়ারা থাকে আমি বিমোহিত হয়ে যাই আকাশের সৌন্দর্যে। মনে মনে ভাবি, কলম্বাসের মতো আমি যদি একবার ভুল পথে ওই আকাশে যেতে পারতুম, নেগুড়ো সংকেতে যেন সমস্ত আকাশের তারাগুলো সজ্জিত হয়। কি নিপুণ ভাবে বিরাটি খেতে আলোক মেলা, আলোক আলোর এক অপূর্ব প্রত্ন আধার, নক্ষত্র পুষে পুষে আকাশটি যেন নিগুড় বিজ্ঞান জেনে গেছে। আমার কোনো ব্যালকনি নেই, তাই আমি আকাশ দেখি জানালা দিয়ে। আমি আজ আকাশের সপ্তম মেঘের উপর আলপনা এঁকেছি। আকাশের সবগুলো নক্ষত্রই আমায় চেনে। আমার নিঃসঙ্গের সাথী আকাশের সবচেয়ে উজ্জ্বল নক্ষত্রটি। আমি নক্ষত্রের নিভৃতের মাঝে ডুবে যাই। আমি ডুবে যাই চাঁদিলা আকাশের মাঝে। আমি ভুলে যাই আমার যন্ত্রণা। আমি ভুলে যাই ল্যাম্পপোস্টের মরীচিকার মতো চুপ শুনো বিকেল, প্রথাগত গোধূলিবিহীন গোধূলি লগ্ন। আমি নিমগ্ন হয়ে যাই আকাশের সৌন্দর্যে। আমার আনন্দের পায়রাগুলো তখন ময়ূরের মতো পেখম মেলে। আমার হারিয়ে যাওয়া কৈশোর তখন বেপ্টিজমের সুখের সাথে ঝুলতে থাকে। আমার দুঃখগুলো তখন ঘুমিয়েই পড়ে যুদ্ধ ক্লান্ত বিমানের মতো। আমার কোনো ব্যালকনি নেই, তাই আমি আকাশ দেখি জানালা দিয়েই। ধন্যবাদ। থ্যাংক ইউ। থ্যাংক ইউ রাজা।
Thank you so
Great,
much.
great. We feel it. We feel this sadness, the nostalgia, nostalgic feeling of something that we enjoyed before, and we are now far from it. And this is it. It is what feel deeply with your voice and with your words that even we don't understand them, but we feel them.
Exactly,
Thank you
exactly.
for this.
Poetry, it's like meditation, right? You feel it. You don't have to understand as long as your brain is
Yeah,
relaxing. That's what it matters.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Raza, I know you've mentioned that you are also a teacher. You're teaching English at the moment,
yeah.
correct? So as a teacher, what made you go into teaching? Beside all the
Okay.
other occupation, what made you interest being a teacher?
Yes, teaching is a very also inspired activity that I do. It is something that is near to poetry. Teaching is to send messages, to try
Right,
to build new generations, generations with different. Goals with different goals. For example, to change is to make the other in communication with you, and you make him or her feel very comfortable with you in order to get all your messages deeply and with a good way. It is like the poetry when you give ideas and you give your feelings through writing. You send messages that people who read for you feel comfortable, and feel that they find themselves their experience in this way. The same thing when teaching is something that you build a new thing in the minds of your children, and you make them that this self-confident, this strong people who can do in the future and who can
right.
build and who can succeed and be very important personalities.
I totally agree
100%.
with you, and
Yeah, 100% true.
exactly that is true, and especially with the children, they have a lot to anything. They're like a glass of water. Anything you pour into they're going to, adapt to that. So the more good things you put into them, the better future it will be for the world, for everyone, right? They're the future of the whole world. And I know, Miss Charmaine, for like that was the whole purpose also for Angeena International, through culture, through interacting with other culture, everything we learn from one another, and we do a lot of things from Angeena
Yes,
International for education. Especially we enforce children and women's education the most, is because when a mother is educated, or she knows about she's educated in uh, where she's lacking, she can actually educate herself with the child as well. So it's very important. So that's one of our motive for our organization, is to
yes,
pursue and kind of push towards children's education, not just in Canada or USA, but of course in many part of the world. So we had a lot of projects. We interacted with other organizations and worked, and as well as ourselves, we have a lot of projects that we enforce that. So it's so good to hear that not only you write or recite poetry, but you also focus a lot in children's education. And again, like I said, you both are very
yeah.
inspiring to
In
me.
addition, yeah. In addition, in your children, in your, pupils, I discover many talents, and this is good when you find talents in your children, in your pupils, and it's opportunity to you for you to make them improve and go
Exactly.
ahead in order
Yes.
to build this talent. Okay, and I have many pupils who like poems, and who like my poems and poetry in general, and they try to write, and this is good for us when generations are building their mentality in writing, in liking poetry, literature, books. That's good, especially that education, today is somehow have this diminish its importance. Okay. Uh, and this is an opportunity in our education, in our schools,
Yeah.
to improve and to build the talents of pupils in order to make their future poets and future stars. Okay.
Yeah. Do you know, Raja? We fought for our language, and like after that, right now, our language is the international language. You know that, right,
Yeah.
Raja? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Bangladesh, the language. That's why, even though me and my sister, we grew up here, Charmaine, who's my mother as well, she made sure that the language, it's not, because education, it doesn't have to be in just in English, right? It's education is learning each other's culture, learning each other's language, or just actually respecting too. Respect is a huge part, right? You don't always have to know, or you don't have to always have to understand, but you can respect. So although we grew up here all our lives, she made sure that we know the history of the Bangla language, how the, people in my country fought for the language, so on. So again, there's a long literature on that. So Raza, Dr. Raza, next thing I wanted to ask you, that since you do a lot of social activities, and so, can you tell me a little bit why it's important for women as well to be educated? Why is this issue still a big, we're lacking, and it's still very important, and it's not only in countries like developing countries, it's important in even Western countries, women's education. Can you tell me a little bit why you believe that it's important?
Okay. We use that the use of that we think that women, many people think that women is just a housewife, and just to do many things for her children, for her husband, just this. But not, women is something big than that. woman is a word. She is the most human who is active than the man. Women can do many things at the same time, but a man can do one thing, is to work and to go back to his home. Women, no, women can do many things, can be social activists, political activists, cultural activists, and this is a very good thing. And I encourage all women to discover in their soul, in their deep feelings, in their inner thinking, what are the qualifications which help her to do something else rather than the housework, and rather than doing things for her children. Social activists, to be social activists, or to be culture, or to be political is I think that is very important for women to give a new image for herself and to contribute in the development of the society, and contribute
Mm-hmm.
in helping the society go out from the idea that women just is a housewife, just a mother. Yes, she is a housewife and she's mother. She is a partner in many things with her husband, but this is not to forget that she is able to give, to contribute, to develop, to improve, and to be in high positions like men. That's it.
Thank you. It's very true. I totally agree. And in today's days, I know in one of the talk shows, Miss Charmaine had stated that. Miss Charmaine, do you remember how we talked about the glass ceiling that still exists in a lot of companies? Women are still being paid under wages than a man, and we're still facing these kind of issues. So I know this topic can go on and on, but thank you so much, Dr. Reza, for sharing uh, your experiences, opinion with us. So, Dr. Reza, can we then listen one more poetry from you? I know we'll listen a lot more, but I know we have a lot of requests to hear more poetry from you. Whichever you prefer, Arabic, English, anything.
Yeah, we can hear Arabic, English, both.
Yeah.
You from me?
Yes, please. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I will read a poem which I write because of the situations and the what is happening in my country after the revolution, and I call it in English is revolution, but in Arabic is ثورة. قد لا تشفيني همسات الفجر، تشق عباب انتظاري كعاصفة عمياء هوجاء لا تعرف الهدوء. قد لا تكفيني مراسم وجع قلبت ذاتي عالما من الأشواك والصخب. قد يصمت في الهذيان يوما وتلجمه الذكرى كعابر سبيل أضاع دروب النهاية، يمضي شريدا إلى عتبات العدم بين عثرات القدر. قد تذبح على أوردة أجنحة الغدر مرات ومرات تمزق أملي أشلاء. قد يحترق ماض في أتون الرغبة المنسية، قد يهدر كحرب ضروس أدمت في أعماق آخر الصور. قد يتفجر من عمق بركان ثائر يدهس تلك اللقاءات، تلك الهتافات التي حضنتها القبور ذات وجع. قد يتعثر قلمي يقرئك حبا مات على رصيف الوداع، وقد تطالك يد امتدت فكسرت وخاب مسعاها، فلم تدرك لها منك لا حول ولا قوة. This is my Arabic poem. I hope that you feel it. Thank you, thank you.
It was so nice. It was so beautiful. It
It
was.
is. amazing, like really, really great.
I was
So
just listening and listening, and I was just like,
yeah,
smiling because it was
so
so
beautiful.
nice.
People also said so many
Thank you.
comments. You can
What what was this poetry about, Dr. Reza?
It is a sad poem about what the
The situation right
psychological, yes, our psychological feelings after the revolution. It is we are happy about the revolution, but at the same time there are social and economic issues which are still have no solution in my country, and we feel that the people are fed up of these situations. So when I feel that the people and my country after revolution leave this or are living this bad situation, these issues, I feel that I'm sad. I need my pen to write something about them. Okay.
Right, right, exactly. And the more we write, the more awareness we create. It's the better that we can understand the pain. And I know Miss Sherman has been
Yeah.
writing constantly about the social crisis that's going around the world. So thank you both of you for again contributing your thoughts and awareness with us. And thank you so much. I'm just going to read
another
some
English
comments.
poetry. Okay.
Yeah, we'll hear another poem from Dr. Raza just after I read some comments. There's a lot of beautiful comments people wrote. So we have R.A. Roshan, so beautiful. That's for Dr. Raza's poetry. Anis Khan, he wrote excellent poetry. Afreen Hawk, so beautiful. Wow, love listening to the Arabic poem. That's for Dr. Reza. Dr. Raza. Sheila Moni, nice. Sheila Moni also wrote, "Teaching profession is a noble profession. I salute you." That is so true. It is. I truly
Yes, of
respect.
course.
Yeah, I truly respect teachers. Anyone that's been in the teaching
Yeah,
profession
because
because yeah,
just 1 minute, I
yeah,
can say, no, I was also teacher, so I feel when I teaching, I remember, I feel all students are my like kids. So I feel so happy that time. It is like a really heavenly job.
it is. It is. You feel proud when these children, doing so well. And I think recently Charmin had a phone call from one of her students attending university, and they wanted to
Oh
get
my god.
connected with Charmin, and she was literally crying on the phone with the joy that they still remember you, and I still remember my teachers, and I'm always very grateful for my teachers and professors, and both of my grandparents, actually, Charmin's father and mother, they were both founder principal of
College.
colleges and things. So I totally agree with Sheila Moni. Really, truly salute to all the teachers out there. A.M. Mustafa Masood. He wrote, "A teacher is a builder and developer of others' children, but some
100% true.
but sometimes not in his own cases." It's true. It's true. Teachers can build and develop children. That's true. Maybe they might not be that great with their own kids, but to as a teacher, yes, it's so true. Because you learn your first steps and everything actually from teachers. Your ABCD is your teacher who's teaching you. Sophia Rahman wrote, "This is an excellent show. Thank you so much." She also agreed. And then we also have Neural Hawk. He wrote, "The meaning of Raza is my language is king. She's always seems queen, not king. She's one laureate in literature and member of World Nations Writers Union." Uh, and then he wrote WNWU.org, headquartered Kazakhstan. We'll talk a little bit
I
more
want
about
I
that.
want to okay, I want to address my greetings to my friend who I respect him a lot and I love him a lot, Dr. Nurul Haq. He is my, I don't say he's my friend, but he's my brother. He all the time
Yeah,
encouraged me to go ahead and to develop myself. Thank you very much, Nurul. Thank you.
and Mustafa said,
Yes. A.M. Mustafa Masood, a teacher is more practical than an actor. Yes, because also
Yeah,
a
that's true.
teacher, that actor also learned from the teacher as well, right? As they grew up, we become a doctor, actor, everything later. First,
Now,
a teacher comes in
even
our life.
An English teacher in my country must be an actor in order to make your students understand the idea and the word and to get the word. So all the time I'm playing as an actor in my class. Okay.
Right. Nisha Ahmed wrote, enjoying the program from London. Thank you so much, Nisha Ahmed. She also agreed with our topic. AM Mustafa wrote, I think this is for Charmin's poetry that now in Bangladesh people go
Yeah.
on the roof to watch
No,
the.
no. Bangladesh always have the roof, but we don't have. We cannot.
Yeah. We're lacking. We're lacking in
Yeah,
Canada and USA. We're lacking that
we
kind of
don't have
enjoyment.
balcony. We don't have roof. The Bangladesh have. So
Yeah.
Bangladesh.
Yeah. So you anyone that have the roof or balcony, you're lucky. We're not as lucky, so we're missing from that privilege. Um, and then Neural Hawk, Uncle, he also said he agreed with what we talked about. Labani Ahmed, she basically wrote that she loves the poetry recitation by Charmin.
My
Uh,
friend.
Charmin's friend. Sheila Moni again wrote, enjoying your poem, Charmin. Anis Khan enjoyed the balcony poetry. Sophia Khan said, proud of you, Charmin. And we have Mita Hawk who enjoyed listening to the balcony poetry. So thank you, Ms. Charmin, for reciting the balcony for us. And thank you, Anis Khan, for requesting as well for that. Um, Dr. Raza, can we please hear one more poem from you? It can be in
In
English. Maybe in English will be nice as well.
yeah.
Okay, I will read in English.
Sure.
Okay. Yes, I'm true. I'm that woman who hugged the sun and started with stars, holding dignity. I want to reach heaven for love, longing for peaks. I am the woman of light. I am the woman of truth, angel of love and giving. I am that female who is beautifying from rose of spring and narrates from the dew of wishes. I am the female who wants to draw of symphony for all women of the universe, warmth on the palms of girls, and naming them on the path of light and the path of excellence in all respect of life. This is for strong women. This is a poem for strong women.
And
Thank
that's
you so much. When you were first when you started saying the word yes, I'm that woman. I was
yeah.
just like, wow, like you have that blood rushing through your body. Loved it. It was great. Thank you so much. Um, thank you. Uh, Yeah, so as you said, I'm that woman. Just a little sharing. My mother, Miss Charmaine, who's published many books for since I was uh, since I can remember. I've always seen her write, and do things in this for a community and so on. So she always inspired me to. She's always told me that she sees something in me to, I'll be one day an author too. And I always said no, 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 I can't do
Sure.
that.
Actually.
um, so she always pushed me that whatever you feel, write that. You'll see people will connect with you. So just last year when there was COVID going on and we were watching the news and all those stories and things going around the world just beside COVID too, I thought that, and we lost a lot of close members in our family or close friends. So I decided that, what, maybe this is it. This is the time that I want to bring out my inner thoughts as well. So I just published this book called Spring Flowers, that was inspired by my mom. She
That's
inspired
great.
me to write this, and I dedicated this book to my grandparents. because they were, again, basically my strong bonds. So I will recite a poem from here later on. I would like to hear more poetry from both of you first. Dr. Rez, I know we have a lot of comments, but some people also requested to hear another poetry from you in Arabic.
Okay, okay. I will read.
We have a lot
They
of
love.
requests from you. They're loving your poetries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is my Arabic poem, and it's called اشتياق. يضج عمقي يهدر، يراوده حلم شريد بين قمر كفيف وليل سرمدي، تسربل الهمسات نبض روح هائمة، تغفو على أوتار شغف ساج، يتعشق لحنا أسطوري التكوين، الورود ترفل على أنامل الفجر، سمفونية ارتواء، من غيمة تائهة تعانق الورد، توغل في مسامات الغسق بلا انعتاق، تسامر الليل وتغدو قمرا يضيء مسارح الحياة، يواسيني ذلك الدفء في عينيك، يطبق على بعض لهفتي للشدو مع الطيور، يتشظى في أضلعي رحيل ظامئ منك إليك، كحمامة تشتهي السكون على وجنة الغروب، كفراشة تحترق كلما عاودت احتضان الربيع، كنجم يفتك ضياءه من ليل مهووس بصورة رسمت على ضوء القمر، يستبيحني شوق نديما يأبى الرحيل، وأنت ملهمي إذا ما زارني الحنين كل مساء. This is a love poem, and its topic is about love and about longing to a woman who is eager to see her love boy or love man.
It was so nice. It was so nice. Thank you
Yes.
so
So
much.
excellent, actually. So
I know all
excellent.
your
Thank
poetries
you.
are so deep,
Yeah.
whether it's in English or Arabic. Just the meaning, like the
Like,
deep
how do you
feeling.
express?
Right.
Mm, yeah.
Why
Even
is
if it's
like,
a different language, recitation is very important. The
Yes.
voice is very important because you
Yes.
feel it when it is sad or it's happy. You feel what is the meaning, even you don't understand the language, but you feel this meaning, and the poets generally feel that. But I don't know ordinary people. I'm sorry, but I know that poets feel that. Okay.
That's true. That's true. Dr. Reza, before we move forward with another poem, we'll come to Miss Charmin to listen to poetry from her. But before we go there, I know earlier we talked about an organization that's in Kazakhstan, and I believe you're part of it. Can you tell us a little bit about your contribution to that organization and a little bit about them?
uh, Organization. Yeah, I'm a head of an organization in Tunisia, but in Kazakhstan, that's not no. I'm with. I mean. I contribute in many world organizations as a poet or as a social activist or as a defender on women, but I'm a head of Green Foundation for Arts and Literature, and this is a foundation which will be on the ground near soon. I mean, soon it will be on the ground. So this is
In sorry, where would it be? Where?
in Tunisia.
In
Okay,
Tunisia. Okay.
in
Okay.
Tunisia, yeah, in Tunisia,
Indonesia?
and it will be a cultural foundation in which I deal with poets, with cultural people, with intellectuals, in order to serve and to develop and improve the image of culture in the world. You know that
Right.
culture
Right.
today. also have some problems. Intellectuals have some problems that they are not known very much as they wish. So these
That's true.
organizations are very important in order to give image to culture, that it is very important for all the generations, for us, for poets, for people who want to write and they don't know where they go. So this
That's true.
organization is very important in order
Very
to
true.
make teenagers who have these qualifications of writing, these talents of writing, of reciting poets, of maybe of acting. I mean, being actors. This organization will be open to them in order to identify themselves and to achieve their dreams in it. Okay, I I I hope that my idea is clear.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. And
Yeah.
when you said the importance of the organization, it's very true. An organization can support and help, and through an organization, we can bring more people together to work in one project or awareness. So the importance of organization is highly important, especially in today's days. So thank you so much for thank you so much for your organization as well, for doing this, especially as you said, younger generation. That's very true. Um, you know, uh, we even through Angeena International every year, for last 25 years, we've been doing cultural events on stage.
That
Just in 2017, we actually had our Markham mayor was here, as well as we had a lot of regional councillor, MPP. They were all here, and we had a lot of different culture coming together and doing performances. So I know for COVID we had to start doing this online, but when we interacted with different culture, I myself, as Ms. Charmin got me involved in it, so me and my sister, we learned a lot through about different culture, and I realized that how we are so similar to one another, and the difference also is so beautiful. So it's very important that new generation or someone who grew up here, we learn these things, and we have through organization we actually have a platform. So thank you so much again.
I think culture and poetry can bring together all the mm, different language, all the different
Yeah,
country. You
yeah.
can together only poetry and
Poetry.
culture.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that also that culture is a bridge to make
Yes,
people meet. It's a bridge for them
exactly.
to
Yeah.
Exactly.
communicate and to know each other. Because that is very important that we exchange experiences, cultural experiences.
Absolutely.
We
Yes.
exchange the ideas of traditions that every country have. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
this very important culture as a bridge in order to make people communicate and be near themselves.
Yeah, I totally agree. Thank you so much, Dr. Reza. Thank you. Miss Charmin, can we hear a poetry from you from your book, Frozen Pain? We had some requests from some people to hear one of
Okay.
small
Uh,
quick poetry from
okay.
Frozen Pain.
I'll recite a small poetry.
Sure. Thank you.
It's called Painted Sky. I have painted a sky where there are millions of stars. Each star has its own name. Some are called pain, cry, sorrow, and some are called love, happiness, and joy. But sometimes the star or happiness disappears amongst the others. Thus, I began to paint the stars all over again and again and again. Very short.
Very good. Great, great.
Much. Thank you. It's true.
Thank you.
You can imagine everything through poetry. You
Yes,
can
absolutely.
imagine, anything you want through poetry. And since I'm amongst two great women that
Absolutely.
here, I would like to share one of my poems from Frozen Paint. Sorry, from my book Spring Flowers.
Thank
Yeah.
Um, so it's called A Tale of Broken Wings. Again, this is for it's about women as well. That we're not broken. You can't be broken. If you feel like you're falling, just get up again and be strong. So it's called A Tale of Broken Wings. Her wings were broken as she fought like a warrior. To them, she was a threat. Thus, with lies, they hid all the truth beneath the sky. Deep down, she knew wings can only be tied down, but the soul of a warrior can never be broken down. It's a very short poem, but it's for, like I said, for women, wings means like they can tell you you can't do this, you can't do that, but if your mind is strong, if you're a strong woman, no one can tie down your knowledge, right? Your education. People can tell you to not do anything, you can't do this, but your education, where can they hide that? You can't hide education. It's so powerful. So that was the poetry for. So Dr. Raza, now I know we're almost towards the end of our program, our show, but I know we have a lot of comments. I'm just going to quickly read them very quickly. We have Sheila Moni saying super, thanks again. Tofika Shahid, excellent Apu for Sharmi's poetry. Anis Khan wrote Frozen Pain is a great poetry book. Thank you, Anis Khan. And then Anis Khan also wrote he's enjoying the program a lot. Respect to everyone running an organization. That's what Anis Khan wrote. And I truly salute and respect to everyone who runs organization because I know how hard it is. I've seen. I know Dr. Raza, I've seen, like I've heard from Ms. Charmaine that day and night you're working so hard. Your occupation is a teacher, but beside that, you're doing so much for the society. You're
That's
trying to push, you're trying, and you're an activist. So it's a lot of work. It's not like you sit behind the screen on Facebook or, just going Facebook Live and that's it. No, there's a lot of hard work behind organization. I know Miss Charmin literally don't sleep. Although she's supposed to sleep, at least get some rest. She doesn't from morning till night trying to do something, trying to help people, right? And sometimes I tell her, what's the point? But then when I get involved and do things for like a community, I feel so good that even I feel like I don't need to sleep. So truly salute to everyone who runs an organization, and you're doing so much for the community. And then we have Misty Rahman, who agrees with the earlier conversation we had. Sheila Moni wrote again that lovely poem, Dr. Raza. Misty Rahman wrote excellent poetry, Dr. Raza. We have Afreen Hawk, who said she loves this intellectual show. Thank you so much. And we have a lot more, but due to our time and things, so thank you so much to our lovely audience. Anyone who will be watching our show later on, please do join our like page, Angeena International, nonprofit organization. Ms. Charmin, do you have anything that you would like to ask Dr. Reza on your behalf, or anything about poetry that you want to talk about? You're on mute. Sorry, you're on mute, Ms. Charmin.
Actually, I'm very happy to see her here because
Yes.
um, she is a teacher and she is a writer. She is a poem. I love her all things because I am also. So poetry helps by teaching in rhythm, singing words together with a beat helps connective like understanding of words and like where they fit. Additionally, it teaches children the art of creativity expression, which most found highly lacking in the new age educational landscape. I think you also agree with me because you are also like a poet and you are also teacher, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's true. It's true.
Yes.
Through poetry,
Yeah.
exactly. And earlier,
So
as
what do
Dr.
you
Raza's,
what do you think, brother, about this?
Yeah. You mean poetry and teaching? That's it.
Yeah. So
Okay. We share the same thing. You will say that you are Dr. Said Sharman, you are a teacher also and a poet, and this is very good. You know that this is for us as women a strong face and strong image to the society, to other societies, in order to give importance to first of all to poetry, to culture, second to us as a women who wants to create and to develop and to contribute in the
yes,
development of societies, and to go ahead with the new generations to build something great in our world.
yeah, that's very true.
I agree. That's very true. That's true. And I
I,
also really liked earlier the conversation that you both had that um,
I
language or poetry is like a bridge connecting one another with the bridge, and it also a music, right? When we write lyrics, it's like you're writing a poetry first and then you start giving a rhythm to it, chorus to it, beats to it, verses. You but first you're writing a poetry, right?
yeah, yeah,
Um so a poem has a lot of power to it. Or let's say Shakespeare's, right? The great Shakespeare's,
yeah,
his poetry is,
yeah,
even today in literature, there's PhD that people are doing in Shakespeare's. Also in Bangladesh, Rabindranath Tagore, right? People are learning about his poetry and something. So poetry, it holds a huge, powerful part in the literature in today's days, and not just in today's days, but for century after century. So, um, again, thank you so much, Dr. Raza
We can
Nagar.
we
okay.
can
I would
hear.
like to yeah, yeah, Dr. Saida.
Yeah, we actually we want to hear, especially me. We want to hear one more Arabic and one more English poetry. Is it
Okay,
okay?
I will. Yeah, I will read my Arabic poem. Before that, I want to thank you very much for this excellent interview, for the excellent hosting, Nadia, for
Thank you so
Dr.
much.
Saeed Sharman for this interview, this great interview, for
Thank
your
you.
tremendous efforts, because really you are serving the culture and the intellectuals with a good way and with a good image. Something that I forget to say, that I am also a radio reporter, and this is I forget. I remember it now. So I'm a radio reporter. So you feel when you see that women with different activities, you feel that there is life, there is
Right.
pulse. Okay, there is pulse.
Exactly.
You leave, you feel that you leave. So I end my last poem in Arabic, and this is also related to my what is the what was happening in my country, because of political differences and with the differences of parties. There are many and many issues that we live, and difficulties, social difficulties that we live. So what we call this, I call it هواجس وطن. That's mean that the country is living uh, many trouble in its development. So I said in Arabic: هجير المدائن
Sure.
المشوبة بحرائق هزيمة نكراء، وصوت نقيق الضفادع يتواتر على بحيرة نركسوس. كل الأرواح تاهت، صلبت، وعادت بلا وطن. وألف لعنة على أديم مندس في تخاريف الحكايات العجفاء. ألسنة العجائز تتشدق ببقايا وحي تاه بين نواقيس الزمن. لعنتها طيور الأبابيل، رجمتها بحجارة عنقودية، أخرست سهيلها المتدلى على عقارب ساعة عرجاء تشتر تاريخ عنكبوت سئم الانتظار، ونساء قطعت ألسنتهن بشبق من نار، بلهفة السعير توارثتها الصراصير العمياء، لبسن أصفادا من تين كبلت التفاتتهن حيث يحملن أمانة الركوع، ساجدات ينبشن بأكف دامية رحلة للانعتاق، هناك حيث يدفن هيكل عظمي لأبد، تقتات من رائحة النتوءة تعويذة للموت، بعض من رجال التراب يحاربون نعامة النفاق، تدس في أديمها رأس الحقيقة وتنعتهم بالوارثين الهمج العابرين من جسر موسى. تلكم هامات الرجال انحنت لأجل أرشكجال، واقتصت من تلك النساء تسبيحة هيفيستوس لأجل عيون آيروس، كلها تنادي أنشودة الانتصار بلا عدة حرب، خاوية تعاويذها من كل خشوع. This is the end of my poem, and it is full of images of how people are, uh, in a conflict, how parties are in conflict, and they are forgetting about the interest of the country. Okay.
Thank you
Very
so much.
like hearing voice up and down. It's really, really emotional, and I don't know the language, but I can touch with your poem. Like I feel so good. Like sometimes all the biggest like all the people said, for those who have a harder time express themselves, reading poetry can have a similar positive effect as writing it. So like if nobody nobody knows how to write a poem, they can read the poem, they can feel good, they can
Yeah, you
get the
don't
positive
necessarily.
energy.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to know how to write poem. When even if you read poem,
Yes.
it works for everyone who like as a writer or as a reader. They both enjoy a poetry.
Yeah.
That's thing. And I know Dr. Raza was saying earlier that she's also a reporter. That's one part that we forgot to mention as well. You know, you're like a multi-talented person, right? And sometimes I know that once I've met a woman and she was just like, like she can sing and she writes as well and other things, and then she draws. So once she was saying that, yeah, she went to some community and some people said that, oh, how can you be all, like, you have to be one. And and her answer was like, well, the power we have, the power of a brain is no, so it's not normal. God, the brain that God has given us, it's very powerful. So it's
Yeah.
not only for one, talent. We can actually have multi-talented. So it's
Mm,
true. You don't have to just, you can be multi-talented, and I think a woman have that capabilities. Especially if you give her the wings, she can fly high. So, or if you don't give her the wings, she can still fly, be very strong. So, I really agree, and I was just, remembering that that's true. You are a reporter, you're an activist, you're a teacher, and you're running an organization, and it's possible. You're making it possible, right? It's not impossible. Nothing is impossible. Um, and so, thank you so much for your excellent of work. And Ms. Charmin, you have few words to say, or shall we just go start
yeah,
from her?
thank you so much. Raja, you were here with us today. I feel so happy. Like you
Thank you.
express your all the poem, like not all the like a few poetry you recite with us. So I feel so happy, and I feel so much happy, and I feel I touch your um like language, but I don't know the Arabic language, but I can feel there is something like similar our poetry also. So it is really wonderful to sit
I
down
would
with
like
you.
also thank you. I
Dr.
would like
Reza,
also to thank you. Yeah,
Dr. Reza, if you can say a few words about coming into Angina International today, uh, and how you felt
yeah,
coming here and about program
yeah.
as well.
Okay, thank you. I would like to thank a lot author Saida Sharmin and beautiful hosting, beautiful girl and women Nadia. In
Thank
Arabic we
you.
say Nadia. In English we say Nadia. Nadia. Okay. I'm very happy. I enjoy the Angina International very much. You have a very important program, and you have tremendous efforts that we should and we must respect you for them. Thank you for this excellent interview. Thank you for this opportunity. I enjoy this interview very much. Thank you for all the people who comments and who write something for us. Thank you very much for all you, and I hope that I'm a good guest today
You
Of
are. We
course.
enjoyed. We
Excellent.
enjoyed.
in Angina
Yes.
International.
Actually,
Thank you.
I would like to say thank you to all our guests for since we
Yes.
started our we had to shift our program on online because before, like I said, we used to do it on stage, so it was a whole completely different. But ever since we switched it to our online, all our special guests, honorable guests that were here, they're excellent, and I learned so much. I know sometimes I don't get to watch right at the moment, but I do watch it later. And I learned so much. It's like, I turn it on while I'm having my dinner. I literally watch the shows, and
Mhm.
I learned so much either from their experiences or the advice they give. So even today, Dr. Reza, thank you so much. I know I will be rewatching it again, especially for your poetries. So thank you so much for coming and joining our organization show today. Thank you.
And next time we'll be
Thank
uh,
you.
sit down again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, when
When
COVID
be
is
more
over.
people. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so
So,
much.
Thank you so
thank you very
much.
much.
Yeah. We'll talk to with you backstage.
Uh,
So
uh,
now.
yes. Thank you so much to all the audience for coming to our show today and watching our entire show. Thank you so much for your lovely comments. Anyone, again, my humble request: if you're watching the show for the first time, please like our talk. Please like our page, and we would love to listen to your comment. Read your comments, and listen to your advice. Thank you so much, and always stay connected to Angina International. We are trying our best to do something more for the community and interact with the whole world, bring everyone into one platform. And Dr. Raza, I forgot to let you know, Angina. The word angina means front or backyard of your house, where people usually come by and hang around. So Miss
Sit
Charmaine
down.
wanted to have this title Angina, where everyone comes to her place, everyone in one
Yeah,
platform spending time. So we always, enjoy having all our guests coming and audience as well under one roof, enjoying the program. So thank you once again, and everyone, please stay safe. Get vaccinated. It's very important. Please get vaccinated. As you know, there's different variants going around the world. We like
Delta.
You're right. There's a new variant called Delta. So it's really again very dangerous, as we know, COVID itself. So please get vaccinated. Still stay precaution, like take all the precaution you can. Wash your hand, wear your mask. If an area you live, listen to your government, what they're saying. If you need to wear your mask and gloves and wash your hand, keep continuously doing that. And again, please get vaccinated. And hopefully, when COVID is over, Dr. Raza, we would love to meet in person. We will definitely do more programs in person as
I
well.
hope so.
but we will definitely, would love to have you to our show again in the future. Thank you so much. Thank you,
inshallah.
author Saida Sharmin, as well, for inviting me here in the event today
Thank you.
to host the
Thank you
show.
so much,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much
Take
today.
care. Good. Okay, good.
Okay. Goodbye.